Well, hi, Leo. It kind of looks like you're going to get yourself back together again this month. I think this last 2 years of having eclipses in your sign have been kind of rough and really wearing on you. I believe the last eclipse in your sign is next January. And so it really is time to start wrapping up some things, making some decisions. Before I go on, I have another announcement to make that my other channel, Brothers of the Sword Productions, now has another video out, and it's about the money pit on Oak Island, and it's explaining it. If you're interested, the link is down below in the description box. Now let's hop into your reading. This is a Wands reading. This is a fire reading. It's a reading about directing your energy. The rune that you received is Tiwaz. This is about their god of war. But it was funny, it was the wisdom of law and justice to the Norse. Instead of wielding the sword of war, they wanted to make sure that there was law and justice backed up behind it. Honesty and truth, too, because if you're going to do deception, you're going to get your hand bit off. Now, the Minchiati card that you received is fire. This is your element. You're back into your element, and you're going to be feeling more like yourself again. And I'm saying that, too, because the overall energy cards that you receive for this reading is the Queen of Wands and the Two of Swords. And the Queen of Wands is you, male or female. It's depicting you, and it's time for you to follow your desires. But really, the Queen of Wands is saying that she wants to do things her way. And it really is time for you to start doing things your way and not the way other people want you to do them. You'll see in the future there you have the Devil card. There's been some people that have been toxic in your life. The Tiwaz card is also about relationships. It's the first card in a series about relationships. And there's been some people that have been acting inappropriately. And it's funny because it's been a domino effect for you, because it's been affecting you to the point that you've been acting inappropriately from them acting that way to you. Now, through this eclipse season this summer, I don't know, some Leos had deferred making decisions. Because you have the Two of Swords there conjoined with the Queen of Wands. This is saying that this is a hard decision card. Any two is about decision, partnerships, and balance. And I think it really is time to find some balance in your life. I know with Leos sometimes, they want to make a decision where it's going to be a win-win-win situation for all, but life just doesn't work that way. Sometimes there has to be some sacrifices. Sometimes some people just can't win. And sometimes you have to make decisions that are comfortable for you and make you happy. Now, right below this Queen of Wands is the Emperor, with the Temperance card conjoined with it. The Emperor is an empowerment card. It's time to take a handle on your life. Start making some decisions that are going to make you happy. It's time to set some boundaries from these people that have been acting inappropriately. And they're going to continue acting inappropriately in the future with the Devil card there if you don't put a governor on them and stop them. That's why the Temperance card is right next to the Emperor. Fear no more. Move on with your life. This Two of Swords card isn't about like big decisions, major decisions. This is more about changing small things on a daily level that eventually in the long term will make some really big changes in your life. Swords is about intellect and communication, and you have to tell people that they can't do this any longer. Set some boundaries. Because the cards over there on the way left for the what you know category, you received the Eight of Cups and the Five of Wands. Now, the Five of Wands is a disagreement card. There's been some disputes, some fights. At least everybody isn't on the same page on some things. The Eight of Cups is a card about imbalance. Things haven't been balanced right. And really, it is time for you to get rid of some things that just haven't been serving you. And I think really I have a feeling at this point there's been some emotional baggage that's been carried along with some people that have been toxic with you and really have made you toxic too. Now it's just time to walk away from a few things. Free yourself. Get that weight off your shoulders because there has been some. Because the cards on the way right in between the Emperor and Temperance and your future cards is the Eight of Swords and the Seven of Cups. You have another 8 card. The 8 card is about karmic equilibrium. It's the balance between the tangible and intangible, the physical over the spiritual. But here, this 8 of Swords card saying that you've been held bondage. Really similar to the Devil card that's right next to it. Your hands have been tied, or you felt like your hands have been tied. But in reality, you could have escaped at any time, but you didn't want to. That was your choice. That was the hard choice with the Two of Swords when you did make one, is that you didn't get out of the situation that you should have. And here the Seven of Cups card is a difficult decision card as well. But it's saying here is the energy is splayed. It's all over the place. And you have to collect that energy. As I said, this reading is about putting your energy together and directing it in the right direction. This is where you're going to find yourself back again, feeling like yourself. This is the second reading in this series that is about finding yourself again and directing your energy. But there's some redeeming features about the future cards because the first card I picked was the Wheel of Fortune. This is the cycle now. This is the time for you to come back to yourself. This really is like a transformation for you. You're starting to get out of the darkness, the shadow people, and you were even shadowed by these people. Dark clouds. All of a sudden now you have the opportunity to just walk away. Find some luck. There's going to be a fortunate cycle of change. And this is connected to the Temperance card. There is a guardian angel or some type of guardian that's assisting you along. You're the one that has to take your foot out of the trap because the other future card is the Four of Pentacles. And it's saying that you're hanging on to things that you shouldn't be hanging on to anymore. This card can say that, oh yeah, you're pretty smug and you're feeling pretty good about your financial affairs. But a lot of times it's just saying that you're hanging on to things that are no longer serving you. It's time to make some closure. And right under the Four of Pentacles is the Six of Pentacles, another earth card that's going to ground you to find balance in the decisions that you're making. This is a giving and receiving card and finding balance with that. I think those that were in with the devil here were taking too much from you. And a lot of times it's your energy, love, and emotions. Now the very last card is a really positive card. It's the Ten of Pentacles. This is a card about happiness with family and friends. It's a card about stability and fulfillment. But this card is also about passing on legacies, and that's just not wealth and riches and money. It's about passing on knowledge and wisdom. Because I'll tell you, nowadays, common sense isn't very common anymore, and it has to be taught. And I wish you acceptance, peace, and happiness.